100 rated chess, but your girlfriend is a control freak. You can't capture any pieces your queen is looking at. Well then I guess we'll have to add. I cannot lose my queen, because if I just let my opponent capture the woman then the game can be played without a challenge. Let's go. We get a 114 from Canada. So the most obvious plan is that I should not let my queen see anything, just keep her in the basement. F4. All the CDE pawns will never be pushed, we'll play the game with the rest of the materials. F5. Very aggressive. Knight F3. Knight F6. D3. E6. Bishop B2. Knight E4. Aha. Now that is very concerning. Knight takes D2 is a massive problem as my queen cannot capture it. But as I don't really have any ways to prevent it, we'll just ignore it for now. I mean it's fine, it's not like my opponent is just gonna straight up blunder a piece and also destroy my entire game plan anyway. Right? I never had any doubt. Okay, but now bishop f2 is genuinely a real problem, and while bishop d4 can prevent the threat, trading pieces while being down a queen and all the center pawns is not a very attractive choice, so even though I really don't want to do this, d4. It's alright, even though my queen gets more active, as long as my opponent doesn't capture the d-pawn and completely opens up the woman, the game will still very much be under control. Exactly. Knight a3. Knight c6. Reposition. It seems he is really putting some pressure on my d-pawn, which has a very important duty of blocking my queen's vision. This knight is going to remove his bishop when the time comes. e5. F takes c5. Queen e7. Very aggressive. I really want d5 here, but as that is blundering bishop f2 checkmate in one, I'll remove the bishop first. C takes d6. d5. Knight takes c5. That blunders a horsey. I'll take with the bishop. d6 is next. He plays it first. I'll go back this way, keeping some certain pressure on his d-pawn. Queen f6. Okay, that is a bit dangerous as my queen is not actually defending the rook due to the challenge, but I guess he's not gonna just blunder a woman like that, and the distance is also pretty long so maybe he doesn't even see it to begin with. Bishop h3. And I think I blundered a piece. Never mind. You know what they say, it's not a blunder if your opponent doesn't see it. Bishop d2. Since I'm up a piece, of course he should be avoiding trades. Okay. Now it is very concerning. I actually cannot capture his knight because my queen can see it. King f2 avoiding the discovered check. You know what? It's actually alright. As long as I can keep my queen and my king far away from each other, he won't be able to force me to violate the challenge. Thank you. My queen doesn't see that knight. E takes f3. Queen c5 check. King g2. No more check. f4. Rook e1 check. King f8. Can't just let him take my bishop with a check, but I also don't want him to develop his rook with a tempo. Bishop e6. His bishop doesn't have anywhere to go. He's gonna take mine soon enough. There we go. D takes e6. I mean this opens up my queen, but since we don't really have much materials left on the board, I'm pretty much forced to make use of the woman. Rook e8. Queen d3. Before next distracting his queen away for queen f5, queen f7 checkmate. His time runs out. Mission Accomplished.